Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I went to the range with a 30 Nosler and a 300 Weatherby, loaded up with the exact same bullet, the 200 grain Accubond, and I went to test out the velocities and how well they group with each cartridge and rifle. Hope you guys enjoy the video. The first cartridge I shot at the range that day was my personal hunting rifle, the 300 Weatherby Magnum. And as I said, these are 200 grain Accubonds, and I'm using IMR 7828. Now I did do 3 loads of this. I did 80.5 grains, 81, and 81.5. And I have actually shot these bullets before, and 81 grains was kind of in the area of where my best accuracy was, but it was still not great accuracy. So I'm kind of hoping one of these 3 will shoot well. So funny story, when I got to the range, there was a lot of people there, but they're all shooting 22 long rifles. And so I knew when I pulled out my 300 Weatherby and that 30 Nosler that it was going to be rough after the first shot. And there was a funny reaction after my first shot with my Weatherby. And all of these videos, there's just going to be one video per 3-shot group.
Remember, call each shot in your head. You don't need to tell me.
So I'm not sure if you saw that in the last clip, but my muzzle blast in my 300 Weatherby knocked over my tripod with the chronograph. So unfortunately, I didn't get any of the velocities for this group. And with how this range is set up, it's not like I could say, hey, everyone stop shooting. Can I have the range go cold so I can go set up my chronograph? So unfortunately, I didn't get any velocities, so that was pretty disappointing. But let me go ahead and show you the group for 80.5 grains. And 80.5 grains did not shoot well at all. This is, I think, almost a 3-inch group. That last shot you see at the very edge on the left. So yeah, it didn't shoot well at all. This is my second group with my 300 Weatherby. This is with 81 grains of 7828. So let's go ahead and see how it shoots. The first 2 shots were so promising. So yeah, those first 2 shots were touching. And then unfortunately that third shot was a flyer. So again, this is very much like the last time I shot 81 grains, which was around an 1.5 inch group, unfortunately. But you know, it is what it is. So I gave the 300 Weatherby a break to let the barrel cool. And so let me show you the 30 Nosler. This is a Remington 700. And let me go ahead and show you the load that I'm going to be shooting in this cartridge. So it's loaded up with 7828. And unfortunately, due to me not having a ton of powder for this, and it's actually my powder I use for hunting, I really only loaded up 1 load, and that's the 73 grains of 7828, because that's what Nosler recommended. So let's go ahead and see how it shoots.
All right. Well, thanks for coming. Really nice to meet you. Oh, step off the concrete.
So the 30 Nosler shot this pretty darn well. It's definitely under MOA, and it's probably close to around 3/4 inch groups. I don't know, I'll measure it in a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty darn good. So good results from the 30 Nosler. So I really wanted to get the velocities for both of these cartridges, so a couple days later I went to the range again and redid the test with velocity, and this was the 30 Nosler's velocity, which is pretty low. The book said it was going to be going about 100 feet per second faster than this, around 2910. And so, yeah, it's a little bit slower than I thought it would be. All right, back to the 300 Weatherby. This is my last group I had, and it's 81.5 grains of 7828.
But now that I'm shooting in the high 90s, I don't want it to.
Here are the results of 81.5 with the 300 Weatherby. Guys, I was shocked. And honestly, I kind of had given up on doing the 200 grain Accubond because they were shooting so poorly. But my rifle liked 81.5 grains. So this is pretty sweet. Here's the velocity for the 300 Weatherby with 81.5 grains. And it's right where I thought it would be, which is going pretty darn quick. Funny enough, it's actually the same velocity as the Weatherby factory ammo with the 200 grain Accubond. So it looks like I found something right with this combination. But yeah, it's quite a bit quicker than the Nosler, well over 200 feet per second faster. All right, so here's the official group measurement for the 30 Nosler, and it's right at 3/4 inch group, 0.750. So as I said, pretty darn good. And here is the 300 Weatherby, really almost identical to it. So just a little bit bigger, but nothing really noticeable at 0.764. So both shot extremely well, and I was thrilled with both of the results.